Okay, well, let's kick it off. I will leave you in the capable hands of our commentators.
Alright, hello everyone, this is Kill2. I'm here with Angel Hunt, and we have match 2 of the first day of Qualifiers in Alliance Tournament 8. We're looking at Agony Empire versus HYDRA Reloaded. Agony has brought an EOS, 2 Proteus, 2 Vigilance, and a Neros and 3 Daredevils.
And there's a ton of bombs out for the Genos team. We've got a Manticore, 2 Hounds, a Hurricane, Sleipnir, and things are exploding all over the place. It looks like the Agony team has lost at least 1 Daredevil, with multiple ships in deep shield or deep armor.
Oh my god, so much damage. The bombs took all the shields off. That's not too big a deal. They lost 1 Daredevil, second about to go down, there it goes. But the big thing here is the EOS is already about down. He's at like, you know, a quarter armor already. That's incredible amount of damage from these bombers, and the Sleipnirs too, I guess. I really thought Agony was going to come out doing the damage right away in this fight. This is crazy.
Well, those Vigilants do need to get in range, and especially those Proteuses as well do need to get in range of the HYDRA Reloaded ships, so it looks like they're out of range at the moment with all the dampeners going on from the HYDRA team. There's a huge amount of damage coming out, especially right off the bat.
Yeah, damage has slowed down quite a bit, though. I don't know why the EOS stabilized. It really has, you know, kind of stopped. I guess the Oneros was able to get a handle on it. It took him a minute for whatever reason. Still no damage whatsoever being taken by HYDRA Reloaded. It looks like the Agony ships are able to move around. The Vigilants are going about 1,200 meters a second. Those things fly like little gallant vagabonds now. And Daredevil able to move as well, but still just no damage at all being taken by this HYDRA Reloaded team.
Garmin's doing a pretty good job of keeping any damage to a minimum. We're seeing a stabilization of the EOS, but the Daredevil seems to be taking a little more damage now. Damage does seem to be split, though that might be remnants of the initial bomb volley.
And yeah, the EOS pulling way back now from the Oneros. It looks like he was stable, kind of with damage still being taken against the Oneros repping. It looks like HYDRA's decided to go for a target switch, going to one of those Vigilants. Definitely some webs going on. These Sleipnirs can't get as close quite as they want to, but still that Vigilant going down didn't take too long once they switched targets. So we'll see if they go for the second Vigilant now and see if they keep having to target switch to keep the Oneros from repping whatever it is they're killing.
Looks like the second Vigilant is going down slowly but surely. Still no damage at all being inflicted on the HYDRA team. Break that. There's actually now some damage going on to the HYDRA Hound, but he seems to be easily wrapped back up.
Yeah, not too much trouble. They're trying to get some damage on that Scimitar now, the logistics ship, since there's no one really to rep him unless there's a lot of shield bots going on. But there goes that second Vigilant. The last Daredevil's down as well, and that Oneros maybe next, since it might be harder to break the Proteuses or the EOS. We'll have to see. Still nothing happening for Agony here. Their damage just non-existent for whatever reason. HYDRA looks like they've got a real strong setup right here.
It's a real disadvantage of the Oneros versus the Scimitar, where the Scimitar, as soon as it activates its modules, it's got reps on its target, whereas the Oneros actually needs to go through a full cycle. And that delay seems to really be screwing up the Agony team. It looks like the Agony Proteus is now in deep armor. Still no damage being put onto the HYDRA team.
Yeah, they're in real firm control now. The Sleipnirs have a lot more mobility. These Proteus don't have any mobility. The Hurricanes, no doubt, keeping them locked down. There is remote rep bots being run from the Oneros as well as his rep mods, but not enough. Proteus number 1 down. Only 3 ships left for Agony Empire, and HYDRA still has their entire loadout.
And it looks like the Agony Empire Oneros is down. We should see an end to this match relatively quickly. HYDRA still has the entire team still on the field at full HPs.
Yeah, that was super impressive. I think this HYDRA team is going to be one to watch for the tournament. I'm a bit biased. This is my alliance, as it turns out. Not mine, Garmin's alliance, but I belong in it, or I'm in it. So I'll be rooting for them this time instead of Pandemic Legion, as this EOS about to go down. Yeah, I'm just so surprised. I thought that those Vigilants and the Proteus too would move fast enough to get to some of these smaller, lighter ships, the bombers, or at least maybe a Hurricane or something, but just nothing.
And it looks like Admiral Goberius is making an offer to Agony and Local. Let's see what we've got coming here. It seems that all outgoing damage has stopped. Admiral Goberius is offering 1 bill ISK now and 2 bill after the fight. Let's see what happens. HYDRA is offering to self-destruct all of their ships for 1 billion ISK up front and 2 billion ISK after the fight. Let's see what happens. All outgoing damage has stopped.
Oh, and he's even offered to let Kriba middleman it for him, which is really surprising. This is bizarre. I can only assume that they would not do this no matter what. But they have held damage, and so we're going to sit here for a minute while we find out what these guys decide to do.
Well, I mean, this does seem to be keeping in character with HYDRA. It's definitely a ballsy move, and really, none of their ships are that expensive, so 3 billion ISK would cover them 2 or 3 times, so it's not necessarily a smart move, but it's certainly entertaining.
You know, it's not that dumb because they take out 9 ships. If they can be sure that they win their second match, they should definitely get through to the finals section of the tournament with these 9 ships out, even if they blow up all their ships and give the win to Agony Empire. So maybe they're maybe they're trying to see Agony through the tournament, maybe they're trying to pick up just some extra cash. It's a pretty weird move. The 3 billion, I guess, would be about, and I mean, it would be a big profit, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like enough money to be worth it.
It doesn't seem like it, but I mean, looking at the ships that they're fielding, each bomber is worth maybe 50 million ISK on the high side, and they definitely could make a profit out of this. It looks like they're giving them 5 minutes to get an answer together. So, Kriba, if you're listening, get online. You may have some ISK coming your way.
I don't know. I have a feeling because it's HYDRA making this offer, Agony's not going to go for it. If anybody, isn't super familiar, HYDRA Reloaded, known for their kind of antics and trolling, so not exactly the first alliance you would want to take up on some bizarre ransom offer.
They could also just take the offer and blow them up. I mean, that would also be really quite entertaining.
Yeah, I would have said that's definitely what they'd do if they weren't going to let them send the ISK to a middleman, but kind of, if they're doing that, that would really be purely a troll, and it wouldn't even really be worth it because Kerbo would definitely send them the ISK back, so I don't know what they'd be getting out of it.
And it looks like the Proteus is about to leave the arena, which will cause an instant suicide by our GMs, so it looks like the offer is null and void.
Yeah, if he keeps moving anyway, which he still is. And,
still moving. And CCP Claw is anxiously waiting to blow that Proteus up.
He's stopping now, though. May not actually run the edge of the arena. Probably perfectly aware of what he's doing. And the other timer we're working on is HYDRA Reloaded has got their own timer. They've said 3 minutes now that Agony has to decide if they want to take advantage of this. And there's one self-destruct sequence from the HYDRA team. I don't know if that's related to anything Agony said, but there's another one. This could be one of the most unique instances of...
It's a Hurricane and a Manticore. Now with self-destruct, 120 seconds to go. Let's see if the rest of the team does it. I'd like to get confirmation of payment. Admiral Goberius has been destroyed for boundary violation.
Maybe that's what the Proteus was doing, going close to the arena edge so that some HYDRA ships would accidentally fly over it.
Tell you what, that's quite brilliant if that was intentional.
Yeah, pretty awesome if you meant to do that, but a lot of self-destruct sequence being activated. Maybe Agony decided to take him up on this. Pretty interesting from both sides.
I know Claw's excited to use his Death Hammer. And it looks like the entire team for Hydra Reloaded has initiated self-destruct.
So in case this kind of maneuver is unclear for anybody, basically, because the way the point system works, Hydra Reloaded here is offering to basically give point to Agony Empire that Hydra doesn't think they'll need because they're confident enough they can win their second match as well. They're giving these points to Agony for money, so they're basically selling arena or tournament points to Agony Empire at a cost of 3 billion, 1 billion up front, 2 billion after the match is over, and they're self-destructing their ships to give them those points, and it looks like they're going through with it.
RC and Representative Agony is saying that they have not accepted the ISK offer. No other confirmation seems to be available at the moment. Now I've got secondary confirmation that Agony did not accept the offer.
If they didn't accept the offer, it's kind of weird that all their ships are suiciding. We're down to only 4 bombers and 1 Slipner left for Hydra, and there goes the other Slipner. So whether or not Agony accepted the offer, they are going to get those points, and they're probably going to get the win.
And it looks like Agony will take the win. Hydra has conceded the match.
Wow, bizarre. Well, I guess that will end the second match of the day in favor of Agony Empire after they got stomped by Hydra Reloaded.
Well, that Agony Proteus did lure two of the Hydra Reloaded team out of bounds. Maybe that was enough to tip the balance, or at least break their morale. And now back to CCP Soundwave in the studio.
Okay, that's certainly a match we'll be talking about for a while. We're just going to head off and get ready for the next match, which is Arbitaholics Anonymous versus Get Off My Lawn.